Ready, set, go.
Alright, gamers. Welcome back to Tiny Bunny. We're playing some 90s Russian video games is what we're doing here. We're playing some Duck. Background music from the menu soothed Olya's mind, and she asked in a calm voice, "How are things at school?" Oh boy, Olya, I don't want to talk about it. Mostly because it's not really that interesting. We've made a friend. We've had one person threaten our life because of that friend that we've made, but it's fine. Nothing good. The school is new, but my treatment is the same. As if we never moved. I'm so tired of this. Before despair could lead me down its depressing road toward the clutches of oppressive thoughts, something evil writhed deep inside my skull. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. Awakening wild and pleasant memories. Actually, something good did happen. Olya watched with hope-filled eyes as a wicked smile spread on my face, faintly resembling the wound from a box cutter knife. Yikes, I don't like that. Another boy went missing. Okay, Anton, I thought we were going to talk about the lovely moment that we had with Polina, but now you're getting all sadistic up in here. Tasha, do you think that's good? Why do you say that? My sister's voice trembled when she looked into my eyes through the thick lenses. You know, that other missing boy, Vova, maybe what happened to him was all his fault. Alright, Anton, why are you being an asshole? Why are you going about being an asshole right about now? Why are you doing that? Maybe he did something so bad that he no longer deserved to live. Alright, Anton! Don't be so cruel, please. Olya pressed her knees into her chin and hugged them with her hands, trying to take up less space. As if she wanted to shrink or even disappear altogether. I feel you, Olya. I feel you 100%. It was the only reasonable thing for us to do. Go missing among all the other broken toys. And never encounter evil parents or mad classmates. We're the only ones left for each other. The only ones who can protect, listen, and sympathize. You can still talk to Polina. You can still do that. Like, I guess there's the threat of death from Roma. I guess you gotta deal with that, but like, it's not like you've not made any friends. Which means she's bound to listen to what I think about them all. These beasts pretending to be children that are so eager to bully the weak. They're not beasts pretending to be children, they're just children. Children are shitty sometimes. It was my turn to speak. I think your turn to speak has come and passed, friend. I think they won't be the last. My breathing quickens. My fingers start banging on the wooden floor. People like them are not worthy of living, going to the same school with us. Anton, I'm gonna stop you. I like, or looking at your light. My thoughts got tangled. They slipped away along with my calmness. Is that the excuse that we're using here? Is that the excuse that we're going with? Tosha, stop it. You're scaring me. Tosha, you're being a dick. Don't be scared. I can protect you. Then I finally noticed that Olya was looking at me like I was a stranger. Yeah, no duh. Who are you? The rage that welled up inside me subsided. It hid under the guise of my cowardliness. Leaving me alone with the growing feeling of guilt for scaring my sister. Olya, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. That's not the apology that you should be giving. It's not about whether you meant to. It's about the fact that you did it in the first place. I guess I'm just going crazy in that school. It sounds like you've got some other, like, stuff that you need to work through. Doesn't seem like it's just school. She rushed to embrace me, barely holding back her tears. It's okay, Tosha. Just please, never say anything like this again. I swear on Mom's heart. Olya flashed me a bitter smile. You told me I shouldn't say that. You're right. Let's start playing already. Okay, here we go. I go first. Okay, player one, get ready. Am I actually playing the game? Can I actually play the game? Round one? Can this actually happen? Can I do this? Oh. No, I'm not playing the game myself. Okay. Well, it's Duck Hunt, isn't it? There it is. Wow. Player two, get ready. Oh, do I actually get to play the game? Do I actually get to play the game? Oh, I get to play Duck Hunt! No way! Okay, well, I got one duck. I got a duck. Nice. Okay. Alright. I hit another duck. Nice. You gotta lead the shot. You gotta lead the shot. You gotta lead the shot. Yeah. This is a good time. I like that. Oh, we got a tie. Nice shot. Thank you. Thank you. This is fun. This is a nice little break. I'm impressed that they just kind of like threw this in there. Good stuff. I'm gonna go for one more round. Whoa, that was... Whoops. Okay. Alright, I can do better than that. I can do better than that. Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. That's what we like to see. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Very good stuff. Ooh, it's your fault I missed. Says who? Since when? Okay. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. Final round. Final round. Here we go. What? That was very quick. Okay, final round. Whoop. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be tricky. Whoa, why is this so difficult? Why is this so quick? Oh boy, okay. This is... Oh, I am suddenly not good at this game. Okay. This doesn't count. You were closer to the screen. I'm not playing with you anymore. You got pretty close to beating me there. That was pretty close. You did all right. Why are you upset about this? Hello? My mom only managed to get through to me on her third attempt. Anton, there's a call for you. It's a girl. Oh, must be Polina. I sobered up in an instant and rushed to the hallway. Watch your stop. Okay, yeah, thanks, Mom. I grabbed the phone, pressed it into my chest, looking at my mom. She shrugged and went into the room, gathering the toys thrown around by Olya as she went. Hello? Ah, there she is. Your mom is such a young voice. Yeah, well, I mean, she is young. Are you busy right now? No, of course not. If only she knew how costly this conversation could be for me, or risks I took on just answering this call. Well, how are people going to know that you answered a call? How are people going to trace that? There were a pen and a shabby notepad lying on the nightstand. Nice. I picked them up and started moving the tip of the pen across paper, producing chaotic doodles that always ended up turning into hearts. That's cute. That's cute shit right there. I've been thinking. I need to tell you something. I froze. It can't be. Does she like me? Like me? You've been looking so lost lately. And when I saw you at school today, you were pale like a ghost. I couldn't find words. My heart was aflutter in anticipation. I wanted to say, that I'm on your side. A smile was spreading on my face in anticipation for Polina's next words. I mean, the words that she's already said are pretty nice. I would say be appreciative of the words you've already got. And I feel so sorry for you. Why is this a tragedy? Why is this a bad thing? She has compassion. She sympathizes for us. Why is this... Good guys like you deserve better. I want to believe that you'll find the strength to fight back at some point, and the others will stop picking on you. The pen fell out of my weak fingers. My gosh, why are we getting... Is that all she's gonna say? What did you why are you expecting that she's absolutely gonna just express her undying love? Maybe you'll even find a girlfriend. Okay, that's a little bit of a bummer. Okay, it's a little bit of a bummer just because I knew that Anton definitely had a crush on her, so it's fair that would be a little bit of a unfortunate thing to hear, but whatever. She sounded as if she was unsure of her own words. Well, I just wanted to let you know that you're a nice guy. It was a total failure. This was not a total failure. You just had someone call you on the telephone to give you compliments and say that they're on your side. This was not a failure. Freaking get over yourself. Compassion instead of an invitation to hang out. That'll come. She's gonna want to hang out. She likes you as a friend. Just take it. You there? Before I could reply, Olya descended the stairs. She was holding some book in a pink cover. Encyclopedia of a Young Lady. Will you take long? I covered the handset with my hand. I'm in the middle of conversation. What happened? Read me a bedtime story, please. Mom fell asleep. Get to your room. I'll be there in a minute. Just be quick, okay? Fine. Okay, alright, Anton. Friggin' slow your roll there. My last reply sounded excessively annoyed. I sighed, watching my sister running up the stairs. Hello? Polina? Sorry, I need to run. Can you imagine? There's someone in love with me and he sneaks about under my windows, demanding to go on a date with him. I'll go chase him away before Grandpa wakes up. Or maybe I should give him a chance. I bit my lower lip in jealousy. She's not gonna do that. She knows he's a jerk. I'll tell you tomorrow, if you want. We're friends, after all. Oh, screw you, Anton. Why you gotta be this petty? Friends. At least she didn't say we were besties, because that would be such a terrible thing, wouldn't it? Yeah, sure. Good. The buzzer hammered at my brain. An angry voice spoke through the teeth in my brain. Like a restless zombie devoid of a consciousness, I dragged my feet up the staircase. You are not my favorite person, Anton. I wish I could tell Dad, ask for his manly advice. But he doesn't show up home until late at night because of his new job. My parents don't have time for me, to put it lightly. Well, where's your book? I stuttered. The kid's room was empty. Olya? Here we go. It's spookin' time. She probably snuck into my room. I started walking down the corridor. It's totally spookin' time, isn't it? It's spook o'clock is what it's right now. The room was infested with shadows. The blinds were wavering like there was someone hiding behind them. I smiled, sneaked toward the window, and threw open the curtain. Here we go! Here we go! Oh, what's going on? Gotcha! Yeah, there was nobody behind the cloth, yeah. The window was a TV screen showing winter scenery. The lamppost, the field, and a couple of walking figures in the middle of it. Oh! Elisa and Olya? What's going on there? I gasped and pressed my fist to my mouth, sinking my teeth into it. What's going on there? What's up with that? Elisa was leading Olya into the thicket. This seems like bad news. Seems like a bad thing that might be happening here. I needed less than a minute to hurriedly dress and rush out of the house. My heart was beating like a firing machine gun. The wind carried the cold, resinous smell of coniferous trees from the forest. Freezing air crackled somewhere in the field. Two shadows loomed in front of the gate. I could only recognize them as my sister and the fox girl because of their height. I ran toward the fence, listening to the howling wind and the squeaking snow. One of the figures moved and slowly glided toward the thicket like an ice skater. I slowed down and touched my glasses, trying in vain to adjust my vision to the surrounding darkness. Worry landed on my shoulders like a weightless snowflake. A snake woke up in my belly and started writhing. There's some more writhing. I felt nauseous. I thought about my home, the flimsy fortress I'd left behind. I finally caught up to my sister, dressed only in a coat. Is this gonna be a spook? Is this gonna be a bad time? Olya? Have you seen the foxy? Olya, why did you go outside? If Mom finds out... My sister froze in place, facing the taiga. Something's gonna happen here. She was in a hand's reach, and I put my numb wrist on her shoulder for some reason, probably to make sure it wasn't a dream. Something's gonna happen. Yeah, hello. Ooh, that's pretty cool. A pointy beak was directed at me, strewn with feathers that formed an owl face. As much as I liked to put on as much as I saw it coming down, that was pretty creepy. That's pretty spooky. Something wearing a bird mask was staring at me. She won't. The voice sounded exactly like Olya's, but there was somebody else hiding behind the feathers and the carton. I sprinted away as if I got whipped. The masked creature only pretended to be Olya, just to lure me out. I was running like crazy, drowning in snow. The house in front of me was rapidly growing. The yellow light in its windows granted me hope. My mom and my sister are there, my salvation. I couldn't hear anything from behind me, as if nobody was chasing me. Maybe it's because the owls can fly? I was already climbing the porch when I noticed another figure. Oh, good. Oh, great. From the soot-black shadow of my house, a scruffy wolf cub crawled out and stood in my way. Hello, friend. Its movements were jerky, chaotic, as if it was performing some terrifying dance, or convulsing during a stroke. And even though I could clearly see that the wolf face was a mask, something in this werewolf's convulsions made me freeze in place. The boy in a wolf's costume rubbed his side against the porch post, and fell to his knees. He bent his back so hard that I expected his spine to crack. The beast's eyes shone, but he didn't attack. He kept crawling around and running on all fours. I shifted my feet, my mouth agape, trying to keep him in my line of sight. Something was trickling from the slit in the mask. Viscous drops fell to the wooden planks. Yeah, this is quite the encounter we've got here. Saliva. Yeah, I see that. Some unknown force pushed me in the back, whispering me to save myself. The fence was flashing by at the edge of my vision. I was running in another direction, this time toward the toothy edge of the forest that smelled of pine. Was that a rabbit or like a beaver that I just saw? Some sort of strange rodent creature that I'm pretty sure I just saw? My heartbeat measured time. The wolf boy growled behind my back as if he forgot his human nature. My right leg got stuck in the snow-laden cavity. I yanked it out, cursing under my breath, and fell to the ground. plastering snow prevented me from standing up, from propping myself against anything. But my unbound thirst for life helped me get out of that trap. Darkness was creeping closer, like the toxic fumes of burial pyres. I ran again, gasping for airs that stung my throat. My hair swayed in the wind. I lost my hat when I fell down, and my ears were now hot from the freezing cold while most of my body was still sweaty. The field finally ended. After realizing that running into the forest wasn't the smartest decision I could make, I dove into the line of trees. I ran without stopping, my face covered with one of my palms. I didn't want to lose an eye to some random branch. Branches whipped my clothes, pricked my skin like butchers that were herding a pig into the grinder. A knot of roots, sprouting from the ground, grabbed at my foot. I rammed into the scratchy trunk, slid down to its base, and looked around in a panic. Hey, Lisa! I can't remember Lisa's voice, like at all. Dude, you're so fast. My first desire was to dash toward her and hug her. I resisted it and squeezed myself even tighter into the pine. You, what are you doing here? This and that. She was holding the hat I lost. Working part-time and lost and found. Put it on, or your ears will freeze and maybe even fall off soon. She giggled. I squinted in suspicion and shifted my gaze back and forth between her and the hat, scared that Elisa might be holding a severed head or something even more sinister. But in the end, my hat turned out to be just my hat. Okay, I guess we're taking the hat. I took it and pulled it over my forehead. Feeling warmer? I didn't reply. There were some children in the yard. And? Did they bite you or something? No. Then why did you run away? The answer was obvious, but after rolling the thought on my tongue, I mumbled, I don't know. Why did I promise to never call you a dunce again? Oh well, I keep my promises. She walked up to me and grabbed me by the elbow. I sensed the familiar aroma of mint oranges and burnt sparklers. I wanted to lean into Alice, to savor the minute details of her. What is it with you and smells? What is it with you and these wanting to know exactly how these girls smell? It's a little creepy, dude. How many times do I need to tell you? You're safe as long as you're with me. I'm your friend. And they are too. Oh, I quickly turned around toward the place the fox girl was pointing to. Hey guys! Kids in masks appeared at the clearing. At least they looked like kids since they were all pretty short. There they are. A wolf boy, an owl girl, and a bear boy. That's pretty neat. Hello, friends. They all huffed and gasped for air, clearly tired from running around. Hi. I thought you fell through the snow. Started digging around but couldn't find you. And I didn't care enough. You see, if you're dumb, you run around and dig. And if you're smart, you wait until the others get tired of running around and digging. Then you start talking. You're a rat. Degenerate. Okay, it's a little mean. You know, these two, they've been offering some nice advice. And the owl kid seemed friendly, but this seems... Aw. Can't mind him, he's a weirdo. I stood there stupefied, my mouth agape, and my hands dangling helplessly. I had no idea how to react to the words of these late-night guests, but I managed to squeeze out something resembling a smile. You just scared me, that's all. And we started looking at each other, and somebody even snorted as if I said something funny. Yes, the fox is right. He's the one. No, this is our... Have we finally found him? Our bunny. Yes, he looks the part. The wolf boy started... Oh, excuse me. The wolf boy started wagging a part of his costume like it was his tail in excitement. Have I just made friends with a bunch of furries? I think that's what's happened here, is I'm just making friends with a bunch of furries. Can't say it's the first time. First. Of course, you were first. Wolfie here was the first to sense the bunny in you. He told us about you. Hello? And you've already met our Hootie before. She isn't that scary, is she? I guess. And this smiling big guy is Teddy. Be mindful with him or he'll chew off your head. What? I see you've also dropped your sense of humor somewhere on the way here. I'm still unsure if these peculiar little animals had the best intentions in mind. So I hid my hands behind my back, trying to look away from the gaping holes of their carnival masks. Elisa put her hands to her sides in a theatrical manner, and somehow managed to wink with her new fox face. The next time we come, we'll ring bells for you. That way you'll be less scared of our visit. That would probably help. That would be nice. I'd appreciate that. Do we even have any bells? I won't be ringing. My paw hurts. My smile was no longer fake. You showed us your teeth. That's a good sign. I didn't expect you to find us fun. I thought it was an emotion reserved strictly to Disneyland. How do you know that? I've read about it somewhere. You read about me? Aren't you funny? No, about Disneyland, darling. You can read human? You can't? Do you think I've been going to school every day for nothing? Interesting. And then she sang in a coquettish voice. Oh, here we go. Okay. Where to get your dreams all right. Your classroom every week. Where to play on all the week. At your local school, of course, and in your classroom. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful rendition. I let out a cautious laugh. Yeah, that makes sense. My new acquaintances didn't seem scary anymore. On the contrary, they looked friendly and welcoming. Who's this other friendly, furry fellow behind them? Who was this? There was something about them that attracted me. Just like this clearing, this moon, and the snowflakes that fell backwards from the ground to the sky, as if someone was rewinding a tape. That is weird. We might want to be concerned about that. That's not normal. The masked kids got close and I felt their touch. They gave me friendly taps, felt my clothes, as if checking whether I was real. There was no animalistic malice in their touch, only pure childish curiosity. For some reason, I thought to myself, I can trust them. Snowflakes just kept on floating upwards. Nobody will hurt you anymore. Friggin'. Yeah, if somebody even tries to. The fox gave me a slight tug and burst out laughing. Well then, Tasha, will you run away screaming or come with us? Where to? To the amusement park. At that moment, Taiga's deceptive silence was broken by the sound of a distant flute. Mesmerizing and alluring, brought about the ring of crystal glass and the whispers of a fresh winter spring. Ooh. If I had any doubts before, the flute's song shattered the last of them. Just a moment, I'm gonna save here, just because I never know, like, where this chapter is gonna end. But I am gonna keep streaming until the end of the chapter here, because I feel like I'm near the end here. I started following my new friends before I could even make my decision. My legs carried me of their own will, and the tunnels made of pines stepped apart. Bushes bowed in front of our procession. Everything looked dreamlike, because even the clearing we ended up on I only saw in my dream. The flute soared up into the treetops like some fantastical bird. The snowflakes floated up in a spiral. The moon painted tree branches with silver. Elisa gasped in amazement. I was also in awe. I tilted my head backwards as far as I could. Whoa, what a sight! It's so beautiful. Wolfie howled in agreement. This is nothing. I can show you much more, if you want. I did want. I wanted to see what the fox girl saw with her eyes hidden in the semi-dark of her cape. Now I didn't feel weird about these masked kids. I felt weird for being the only one without a mask. I felt like I was naked in the January winds. Why do you wear these masks? I was trembling, but I wasn't scared. My trembling wasn't caused by the cold. It originated from the peculiar anxiousness, the anticipation of something amazing. And why do you ask? I touched my cold cheek. I'm not wearing one. I love human tails. Human nails? Human fails. I've already told you, all the villagers wear masks. It's just you won't find anything human underneath them. Even me? You're so clumsy, Anton. We've already found your glasses once already. Oh, that was you. Cool. And you grat. Nice. Cool. And your real face. I looked at the mask the fox was holding out to me. The bunny mask that looked like a silver ingot under the moonlight. I was curious to see the world through its slits. Yeah, I'll take it. Sure. Suddenly, fighting its way through the flute's melody, a thought came to me. The glasses they found were in Semyon's possession. My new acquaintances must have known what happened to him. Or even worse. And where did Semyon disappear to? What happened to him? And the other children? The bear and the owl looked at each other. The wolf boy curled into a ball, and the fox lowered the pointy nose of her mask. The one who was kept in a cage. The one who cuts into little pieces, rawr. The one who wears a skin face took them. If I knew how to cross myself, I'd do it. So you're saying it was a human? Were you even listening to us? How can you call someone like him human? There's just one word for him. An adult. That is worse. It's so easy to get lost in the adult world. Killers, cruel animal trainers, and cold parents. Ah, if you didn't want to get sad, better not to think about them. I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want to be sad. Somehow, I'm also not sad today. What about you, Anton? Huh? I was lost in thought, staring at the pines, trying to pinpoint the location of the flute. I was sure that the person who played it was standing right behind the piney stockade. I'm glad this is diegetic flute music. Someone tall, going over the holes in the flute with their long fingers. What now? Are we gonna sit and be sad or have some fun? Elisa wanted to show me something. Let's start with this sweet stuff. The fox girl took out a handful of candy from her pocket and handed them to each of the kids. Covers shuffled. The smell of pineapple, cocoa, and melon wafted through the air. Oh, you. Okay, alright. The last treat, a chocolate-covered waffle candy. Elisa put it right into my mouth. You're wearing gloves, ma'am. Could you not? My tongue was engulfed in spiciness. You're telling me. It felt like my body was covered in fur and small sparks were running along it. It's drugs. It's drugs, isn't it? I chewed on the waffle and the chocolate and the drugs. Gulped them down, enjoying the vivid taste. Thanks. Here we go. Put on the mask. My gratitude was barely audible because my lips were already touching the insides of a mask. Here we go. I didn't even notice how I put it against my face. The paper mache was warm. The mask stuck to my skin, giving it a nice prickle. The kind when you dive into a hot bath after being outside in winter, when you lie there and purr from the soapy water. See, I told you, this is yours. Mine. What are we waiting for? The fun won't have itself. You're right. The melody kept swirling in the field like a hurricane. I couldn't wait to release the energy, the heat that this enchanting music was filling me with. Oh, okay, alright. The owl jumped and disappeared into the sky. Like, okay. I heard her laughter from somewhere above, and then she landed back, huffing and sighing. You can do it too. Give it a try. I followed suit. Wow! My feet tore off from the ground. I flew towards the stars like a rocket and screamed from happiness after seeing my friends down below. The wind helped me fly. It felt like I was jumping on a huge trampoline. This is pretty neat. This is pretty cool. The stars looked like vivid sparkles that I could reach and lick up. The moon also got closer, and then I plunged. I got scared that I'd break my legs for a moment, but my soles landed softly on the ground, and I regained my balance. You're safe with us, and all your dreams will come true. I just realized this is the first frame in color. Holy cow, we're in color now. I'm so happy that I finally found you, bunny. Okay, now I am saving, because this seems like the end here. Yes. Okay. In a fit of merry laughter, I realized the most important thing. These four are not a threat. My real enemies, and I felt that with every single hair on my mask, were those who knew nothing about magic. Humans from the village. Oh boy, oh boy. I also realized how alive my surrounding had become. I heard the dry grass under the snow moan. I saw faces of the trees and the stars. The trees were smirking and the stars were grimacing in fear. Oh boy, oh dear. That's right. Be scared, I'll jump up to you. And I snapped my teeth and let out a jubilant laugh, jumping up along with the fox. This is disturbing. We flew higher than the tallest pines and stayed in the air. I am not used to the fact that we are in color now. I swirled. Elisa followed my rhythm. I knew that she was smiling, so I smiled too. And the flute just kept on playing, carrying us higher and higher. Hey, did someone put a spell on you? Oh, we're back to black and white. And someone is standing next to me, I thought, trying to unglue my chin from the desk? My muscles felt slightly sore, but that feeling was pleasant. The whole class was wandering about for some reason, whispering and passing notes to each other. Their faces looked like discolored masks to me, bleak and boring. I yawned, remembering the time I was soaring high above the forest, with Elisa by my side, laughing and squeezing my hand. Perhaps, no, probably, it was all just a dream. Because I didn't walk back from the forest, just woke up in my bed on a normal morning with tea and medicine. Oh, I get it. I see. Still, I was hardly worried about trying to find a rational explanation for my night-bitten dance. That feeling of flight was much more important. The knowledge of how it feels to be hanging in the air, above the treetops of majestic pines and baring my teeth at the moon. Sorry, I got lost in thought. Have you heard about Katja? What? Huh? Is Katja gone? Katja's missing? I glanced at the empty seat in front of me. Katja went missing. My sleepiness was gone in an instant. I frowned in suspicion. What do you mean? It can't be. Oh, dang. Oh, dear. This is bad. There it is. Thank you for completing episode 3. Deeply grateful for everyone who purchased the game in early access. I did indeed. All the profits will go toward further development of the game. Great. Oh. So glad I could get that all done in one shot. Feels good. Oh man. Okay. Well, that was Tiny Bunny, chapter 3, or episode 3, I guess. I like how this is developing. I like that you're not entirely sure what is real and what is not. I genuinely have no idea who I'm supposed to trust in this. I definitely I'm having a hard time liking Anton, but I'm not paying too much mind to that because he's a young man who is dealing with many young man emotions. So it makes sense for the character is what I'm saying. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this just as much as I have. If you're watching and you haven't followed, maybe you want to go to YouTube and watch the first couple chapters of this. Might be nice. Otherwise, if you haven't followed, you can do that. I would love it. If you have followed, you can subscribe if you want. And if you're on YouTube, you can like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, head over to Twitch and do stuff there. You can also get merch if you want to do that over at streamlabs.com/tallankyguy/merch. And yeah, that is all. Thank you so much, and I'll see you later.